Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphaelsinsights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful, you guys. Welcome. If you're new to this beautiful channel, you guys, welcome to this beautiful channel. And if you're not new, welcome back, you guys. As always, you guys, before we go anywhere, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys follow. But definitely, you guys, if you guys hadn't hit that like button, hit it now. And then follow me on all my social medias. Where do you do that? You guys go down in the description below and you'll find the link that takes you to all my social medias. The reason that's important, you guys, is because I'm no longer going to be selling my private readings through Etsy because I'm using like more of like a self-service for you guys where it's like this. The website's called Calendly, but the only way to get to the actual where I have my readings is you have to click the link that I provide, okay? And basically, if you go down in the description below, you see the link where it says, I think it says like Beacons AI or something like that. That link takes you to all my social medias, and I also provide the link to book with me now, to book a reading with me. And basically, the reason I say book with me now is because it's like a little like box, and you click it, and it takes you to that website. Every reading, every month is gonna open up 2 weeks prior to that following month. So June won't open up till 2 weeks prior till June. So, and that's kind of how I'm going to do it. And it works better because it's more of like a self-service. You guys go on there, you see the dates, you click on the dates, you see the hours, and everything's already set up very easily, very smooth. And I feel like it's better for both of us. But definitely my picture checks are still on Etsy. That's still going to continue on Etsy, and definitely I'm still going to continue the store, you guys. I'm actually, once I can go back and I can like work back to my usual like my workflow that I used to be in, so definitely it's going to be better. I can't wait to go back to normal. But with the store, I'm going to be renovating, maybe changing bottles, maybe changing some things here and there, maybe labels and things like that. Changing, there's some sort of renovation. What I do, and I'm kind of like excited to do is to add more product, because I've been wanting to add something for like love, like a love jar, or like for you, like the little tiny ones to carry with you, to draw in love, to have more harmonized energy, money sprays. Like I'm looking forward to being able to do all this. Right now I can't because of the situation I'm in, but in about a month and a half I'll be back. I also want to let you know that I'm not going to be doing horoscopes this week because it already got too late, and I don't want to do the same thing as last week, and I still can't find time to do it this week. But I'll make up for not putting the horoscopes. I'll do another video for like another famous person. So let me know, who would you like me to predict about. Let's get to the video, you guys. The Hierophant. This card right here is the number 5. The reason this card dominates this month, because this is the card that's going to be dominating this month. It's even going to be the cover. And there's a reason. Remember, you guys, I always choose the covers specifically. But I want to talk to you guys about this card, because this card here tells us that change is coming. The changes that need to happen, no matter what happens in this month, it's going to force the change that needs to happen. It's going to force changes that have been really hard to get to. For instance, changes for ICE, abolishing ICE, just dramatic changes, radical changes for ICE, radical changes for immigrants, radical changes for people who have been suffering for a long time. It's generally, this card here brings a lot of that, but it also brings tension. It also brings tensions between world leaders. It brings tension between countries. It brings tension in general. And that's one thing that I do want to talk to you guys about. What did I tell you before, you guys? I told you that when a month ends with a full moon, and what did April end? It ended with a full moon. When it ends with a full moon, it means the next month's going to be very aggressive, very radical, very intense. And that's why we see a lot of floods. We see a lot of like energy moving. We see like the storm that's coming, I think towards I think it was like from the Gulf or something like that, Gulf to, I forgot to where, but it's like this, the aggressive storm, the tornado warnings and all this stuff. It's all because the full moon ended last month, and that moon charges up this month, and everything that we've been waiting for, everything that we've been kind of like just waiting to see, those changes that just don't want to give, are finally going to give. This card here is going to force the changes that need to happen, but it's also going to cause a lot of problems between world leaders and a lot of problems between countries. I want to remind you that back in 2020, I had a vision, I had a prophecy, and this is a prophecy. Visions and prophecies are two different things. Predictions and prophecies are two different things. Predictions can change because it's a prediction. It's basically what we're seeing now as in the direction that you're headed, like the path that you're headed in. Of course, by decision, it can change. Now, prophecies will not change. Prophecies will happen no matter what. And there is a prophecy that I received last year, and they said, the ones who follow the crescent moon and the star will follow the Antichrist and start conquering other lands. What does that mean? And why am I holding these two cards? The blood moon. The blood moon not only is going to bring a lot of tension between countries, between world leaders, and in general, this month is going to be very, very, very full of tension. The devil is very present, and it's going to be causing a lot of problems, a lot of aggressiveness, a lot of whispering in world leaders' ears, a lot of this energy of the fool, the crazy, choked energy. And what I mean by the choked energy, it's the hangman. Rulers feeling like they have no choice but to do this. Presidents feeling like they have no choice but to do that, this and that. It's just going to be a very complicated energy. And the blood moon is initiating something, initiating that prophecy to begin. The ones who follow the crescent moon and the stars, what the angels and God told me, they said the ones who follow the crescent moon and the star will follow the Antichrist and begin to conquer other land, begin to attack other countries. A war wants to start. Again, I keep repeating it, but this prophecy begins as of the blood moon. The blood moon is also going to cause change. It's not just in a negative way. It's going to cause change. It's going to force those changes that do not want to give, for instance, the changes for immigration, the changes for ICE, the changes for many different things, opening borders, opening, traveling, things changing, COVID-19 changing, dramatically changing. It's like this blood moon is also going to cause that intense changes. These two cards right here, I was holding them and I dropped them. You saw how I was holding them different, but I dropped them and the sun flipped itself over. This right here instantly gave me the message and gave me the vision. Long dark days, long dark nights. And they said, the plague of darkness is on its way. And it's funny, it's a funny thing that they said that, because not that long ago they said the plague of fire and hail is on its way. Hail, really big pieces of hail are going to fall. And my spouse is just telling me today that Texas had hail that just fell on it. But they also say hail like we've never seen before. They also say fires like we've never seen before, worse than last year, worse than every other year. Fires continue to get worse, but the main thing what they're saying is fire like we've never seen before. The plague of fire, the plague of hail, the plague of darkness, and that to let everybody know that what we're living is plagues. Until we learn, they will continue. This year is also telling me that there's going to be massive catastrophes. It's going to bring a lot of energy of catastrophe. And as I've already seen, it's already started. Especially in Mexico, because in Mexico, the devil, and I've told you guys, the devil and death jumps around in each country. And now it's in Mexico. As we saw that whole train derailed and fell and collapsed. It's not a coincidence. The Hermit, the Justice. These two cards right here dominate two different countries, the U.S. and Mexico. Specifically them two, because the U.S. and Mexico are going to be having a lot of conflict within each other because of the president of Mexico doing things that he shouldn't be doing things that are too radical for the U.S., and allowing someone to come into his life and start whispering things, start whispering communism, start whispering dictatorship, and start manipulating him. So the U.S. is going to have problems. Biden's going to have a problem with the president of Mexico. This card's right here for the U.S. It talks about unkept promises. But again, I already told you the moon is not going to allow that. The blood moon is going to force change. No matter what happens, do not get scared. Do not get fearful, because the changes that need to happen will happen no matter what way it happens. Although for Mexico, this right here, it dominates them with a lot of truths, a lot of lies. I know they're having a lot of political wars right now because of the campaigns and all that. A lot of death is also something that's falling over that whole campaign war that they're having with the political wars they're having. This also talks about a lot of political people being exposed, a lot of truths, a lot of stuff that's been swept under the rug coming back out. This energy here dominates Mexico in that way. In the US, it dominates them as unkept promises. This energy here dominates Latin America and the US. This energy here, what it says, it's strong earthquakes. Someone had already asked me, when did I see a strong earthquake for the US or California or in general the US? I had already told you, May is when I saw an earthquake that was really strong in the US. And this energy here confirms it, a strong earthquake. Even if it doesn't happen, doesn't hurt to be prepared. And I had already told you guys that you guys need to be prepared because this year, the next 10 years are going to just continue to get worse. And I think they've already started saying it in the news where they're like that we're going to be hitting a crisis and this and that. But guys, I had already told you, so it doesn't hurt for you to be prepared. Remember, the angels, the divine had already said, make sure everybody is prepared, save food, save water, have your first aid kits and stuff that you need. But yeah, strong earthquakes for the US and also for Latin America, Mexico. This energy here, the devil wants to arrive and start messing with Latin America. The Antichrist, someone who's very malevolent, someone who's very, very bad, wants to come into Latin America. To Mexico is the one that really comes to mind, but let's just keep it Latin America. Wants to come into Latin America and continue and start pushing and start putting thoughts into the world leaders, into the leaders' ears, the presidents, the politicians, etc., and start pushing communism, start pushing dictatorship. Sadly to say, Mexico, I see it more towards you. This energy here says, be careful because this person brings false promises. This person, this world leader, Putin, this person brings false promises. Biden. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have heard how, like, if you take a picture, ghosts will appear, or like there's images that will appear and it'll capture paranormal phenomenons, right? And sometimes it could be a ghost, sometimes it could be orbs, sometimes it could be that. But for people who are spiritual, we can see a lot more in those pictures. And that to tell you the truth, that's what picture checks began as. The picture checks that I do, they began as me checking people for those specific things. And then slowly after, it just became picture checks for your questions and your private personal questions that people ask me. Kind of like tarot readings and stuff like that. So it kind of became more of like a tarot thing, but began more like that. The reason I bring that up is because I just checked Biden's picture and he's marked. When you are going to pass away, there are certain marks that come out in your picture, and specifically in your eyes and in your forehead. Now, if you're not spiritually gifted, you won't be able to see them as for like, sometimes pictures capture ghosts, demons, and stuff like that, and people just don't see them because if you're not spiritually gifted, you can't really see or make out what's there. Sometimes I pointed it out to other people and they don't see what I see. So it happens, but it's normal. But the thing is Biden's marked. This card here tells me that he doesn't have much time. It's this card here, and especially with what I saw in his picture, confirmed to me that anytime now he's going to go. On top of which, this also tells me that there's another catastrophe, another death, another disaster in his family as well. That is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for believing in me. And I do apologize for not putting the horoscopes for this week, but they're so time consuming. And I just cannot find the time to sit down and do this and do that. But I think I'm going to do a a famous person prediction video. So let me know. Like I said, you guys put in the comment section. Let me know who you want me to predict about. And I will be doing this probably in the next 2 days. So you guys, probably Friday. I'll probably do it Friday. I don't know. We'll see. But let me know who, and I'm going to be picking whoever people either ask the most of or I feel drawn towards. And yeah, so anyways, you guys, thank you so much for following me. Thanks so much for believing me. Thank you so much for watching me. And let's pray for Biden. But his candle of life is almost out. And if you guys don't know what that is, there is a secret that there's a library where we all have candles, and our candles are lit. And once that candle goes out, it's our time to go. And that's a secret, but I'll share it with you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Follow me on my social medias, and I can't wait for a month and a half from now when I can work like before, you guys. So thank you so much for everything. See you next time. Bye.